So I built a new deck and took it to locals and had a bunch of fun playing it and did really well. And surprisingly, it isn't focused around Wargreymon. Surprising. Hey YouTube, Level Up Gaming here with another deck profile for you of black. This time, different build that doesn't use Wargreymon, which was really tough for me to build. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to play. I'll have some card choices at the end that you can maybe switch out. And yeah, I did really well this past weekend with it, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So we're gonna start out with the babies like we always do. We got the 4 Kaporimon reboot and the 1 Kaporimon blocker. Pretty standard in almost all of my black decks. For the rookies, now rookies can kind of, your numbers can change. That's a little bit lower of a count, but I'll explain why later. We got 4 Toy-Agumon, the inheritable reboot one. We got 2 Sunrise-amon promo. You don't actually have to play that one. I only saw the effect of it happen once, so yeah. Most of the time, most of the stuff gets digiburst away anyways, but the next one is 2 of the Toy-Agumon with the drawing one, which could technically be, 4 of that if you don't want to run this, but I like that option there. We got 2 the Agumon blocker. Again, could be, Gatsumon. I just like the Agumon for the no cost to attack, but regardless, you're gonna die to something when you block with it, whether it be Gatsumon or not. And then for final rookies, we have 2 Chumons, because gang memory right now is a thing, especially with blue. So this is really good. Purple also does it too, same with yellow. So that's our rookies. Yeah, a little bit of a lower count than normal. What is that? 10 rookies? Yeah, really, really low. Wait, no. Sorry, not 10, 12. 12 rookies. I can't count. Going on to level 4s. Most of your higher ups will have reboot or inheritable reboot, so the Greymon with jamming we go to. Running 4 of the 1 cost blockers. Cheap to evolve, main reason. And then if you need a blocker, it's there. I do have 2 of the new big boy blocker here. The 4 cost to drop isn't bad, and then the rookie rush is still a thing, so he helps out a lot with rookie rush. And then for our final is 1 Tankmon, just for the cheap evolution. So lower count on that. But for our level 5s, playing 4 of the MetalGarurumon with the reboot and then security attack +1. We got 3 Werumonzimon. Cheap to digivolve, cheap to drop, really good. And then 2 of the Gogumon. Came up a couple times. Did sometimes you want to get rid of your lower evolutions because of how we're playing this deck. sometimes you want to get rid of some of your lower evolutions before you go into your big hitter. But I will explain that in a minute. So now we got level 6s running 4 of the MetalGarurumon and 1 War Greymon, the blocker. The reason why I'm running him, I was running Garurumon, but the 3-cost Digivolve I felt was better in this deck. Crest is good, like it did really well, but it did just that 4-cost sometimes hurt a little bit. So that's the 6s, only 5 of those. A little bit low, but the level 7s, we're running 4 of the Omnimon's Wart. I got one altar right there. 4 of the Omnimon's Wart. And paired with him, we're doing 3 Mega Digimon Fusion. I'll explain that here in just a minute. Then for Tamers, a little heavy, 2 Izzy, 2 Matt and Ties, and 2 Takumi. You kind of need whites to go into your Digimon Fusion, but that's going to be it for the deck. What you do now is you build up into your MetalGarurumon while it's still your turn, right? You build up into them, Digiburst your stuff away, and then play your Digimon Fusion and go into your Omnimon's Wart, bringing back some of your the Digi evolutions that you trashed, and then when you swing with him, you're going to bounce him back to your hand because of his ability to destroy something. And so while it's still your turn, then you can then go ahead and play, if you have played one at the level 5, you can play this again. Or if you have enough points to, Digivolve up from your level 4 to level 5 and then into him, that's a second time of utilizing the effect. So yeah, it's really good. And then he just gets recycled at the end, goes to the bottom, which big brain move by me. There was one game I was just about to deck out because I was versing a black blocker deck. It was a struggle. And because I was drawing so much with Takumi and the Toyagamons that I almost decked out. And on my turn, I didn't have anything left in my deck after I drew some stuff. And so I was like, oh, next turn I lose. Well, I played Mega Digimon Fusion to go into an Omnimon's Wart, which at the end put the Wart back in the bottom of the deck, which only was 1 card at that point. And I drew it at the start of my turn, so I redrew this Wart, and that turn I won. So, yeah, that... funny enough, that actually happened. But, going back to our level 6s here, this War Greymon, I was running the Garurumon, which, you can basically span the field at that point. If you go into him, then go into this Wart, you're getting plus at least 3 people, on the field. Well, always 3 people unless you don't hit anything with him. So, but the 4 costs I just felt hurt. So I went down to the War Greymon, but that 1-0 could be really anything you wanted. If you wanted to go the really cheap route, you could go High Endermon. You could go, if you wanted to go a little bit more expensive, you can go the Black War Greymon, the new one. You could go the promo Black War Greymon, which is only 3 costs, and then Digiburst stuff, but most of the time you're wanting the Digiburst for him. Or if you weren't planning on, Mega Digimon Fusion, which would get rid of him that turn, at the end of the turn, if you played him instead, you'd, inheritable blocker, but when you attack with him anyways, you're bouncing him back to your hand, so it kind of was pointless. So yeah, those are just some other options you could run instead of that one, but I felt like a lower count of this was fine because you just kept recycling. You just, bring him out, bring out him, swing, which would bounce him back, and then you'd be in your hand again, ready to use for your next turn, or that same turn, for instance. So, yeah. But that is the deck. I hope y'all enjoyed. One thing that this deck has a little bit of a hard matchup with is getting rid of some of the bigger stuff. So if you can make room for, like, what's that option called? Ultimate Flare. It might be more beneficial to go into that. So yeah, that if you can make room for it, try it, but this is a really good card. I at first I didn't think I'd like this card, but it came up multiple times that, I swept or got rid of a blocker that would have, stalled the game. I wouldn't have won that turn if it wasn't for getting rid of the blocker. Or there was once that I wouldn't have won if it wasn't for getting rid of one Digievolution. Or one security stack, just trashing it before I attacked. And, with him being reboot, some of your smallers, like, you can give yourself the jamming from Greymon, or the extra security attack from him. There's also once that with Gagumon underneath of him, trashing the level 4 that I had under here, because the level 4 was the blocker, to gain the attack with the Sunrisemon underneath, gave the extra security attack there, so on him. So yeah, it's just all based on how you want to play it. It's definitely a fun deck. I had a lot of fun playing. Even when I lost, this deck was so much fun. So anywho, hope you guys all liked the video, like the deck profile. Please let me know what your thoughts are, what you're playing, in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the comments.